Chapter 4, Tissue, the Living Fabric. Definitions. Tissue is two or more cells working together for a similar function. Histology is the study of tissue. Four basic types of tissue and their general roles. Epithelial covers surfaces and line cavities. Nervous sends messages and store information. Muscle contract to provide movement. Connective provide support and act like tissue glue. Epithelial tissue. Two major types: covering and lining epithelium. Glandular epithelium makes glands. Functions of epithelial tissue include protection, underlying surfaces, absorption of materials, filtration of membrane, excretion materials, secretion releasing good stuff, and sensory reception has nerve endings. Characteristics of epithelial tissue. Cellularity is almost entirely made of cell. Cell junctions, places where they are connected to each other. Tight junctions form a waterproof barrier and connect cells together. Anchor junctions, desmosomes, form a real strong connection between the cell. Polarity have two sides. Apical surfaces, free surfaces, is not connected to anything. Microvilli move back and forth and absorb stuff. Cilia move mucus. Basal surface attached to an underlying tissue. Attachment or basement membrane is the structure next to epithelial tissue. Basal lamina are fuzzies, and reticular lamina are hooks. Both form the basement membrane. Avascularity is no blood vessels. Invertated has nerves or nerve endings, and high regeneration capacity are dividing cell divisions. Classification scheme for epithelial. They are based on their name and shape of their cell. Number of layers. Simple has one layer. Stratified has more than one layer. Cell shape. Squamous are flat, look like fried egg from the side. Cuboidal are as tall as they are wide. Columnar are taller than they are wide. Classes of covering and lining epithelium. There's simple squamous, simple columnar, pseudostratified columnar, stratified squamous, and transitional. Glandular epithelium. Function is one or more cells that secrete a particular product like protein, lipid, and steroid. Classification of glands are endocrine, don't have ducts, exocrine, have ducts, mammacrine does exocytosis, and holocrine cells blow up with product and dies. Connective tissue. 4 main categories of connective tissue. Are connective tissue proper, cartilage, bone, and blood. Common characteristics of connective tissue. Common origin, all comes from the same embryonic tissue. Degrees of vascularity, extracellular matrix, and scattered cells. Structural elements of connective tissue. Ground substance plus fibers equal extracellular matrix. Interstitial fluid is the water between cells. Adhesion sticks cells in the matrix. Fibers have collagen fibers made of collagen and are strong. Elastic made out of elastic. Reticular made out of collagen. Cells have permanent cells. Fibroblast, adipocyte, chondroblast, osteoblast, hematomic poietic stem cells. Accessory cells have white blood cells, plasma cells, mast cells, and macrophages. Classification of connective tissue. Connective tissue proper has loose connective tissue, which has areolar tissue, adipose connective tissue, and reticular connective tissue. Connective tissue proper also has dense connective tissue, which has dense regular and dense irregular. Classification of connective tissue. Cartilage. Characteristics of cartilage. Avascular, no nerves, and scattered cells. Cartilage has hyaline, elastic, and fibrocartilage. Classification of connective tissue. Bone, osseous tissue, and blood, vascular tissue. Epithelial, membrane, coverings, and lining. Three types of membranes: serous membrane, cutaneous membrane, and mucous membrane. Nervous tissue. Function: transmits and stores information. Characteristics: has branching cells that conduct electrical impulses. Cell types: neurons have basic cells, supporting cells, neuroglia. Muscle tissue. Function: contract to provide movement. Characteristics: cellular and well vascularized. Types of muscle tissue: skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Tissue repair. Inflammation sets the stage. Mast cells move histamine and so do macrophages. It brings more fluid and cells to the area and causes clot. Organization is when you actually start the organization. Formation and granulation, new capillaries and fibroblasts that make collagen fibers to help knit the wound together. Regeneration and fibrosis, when the epithelial tissue renews over the top of the cut. Fibrosis, formation of scar tissue.